Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson Gold, the premium channel that is free. It is free, but if you're watching this, you're premium. And today we are returning home to animated story channels. For those of you who are now on your deathbeds, I used to talk about these animated story channels a fair bit in the early days of my channel for a good reason. They were wilding out. They were making stories that they were saying were from real kids. They were very extreme. Roll a clip, Jarvis.
My mother and father could not afford to pay the doctor who helped my mother give birth to me. The doctor suggested that they leave me with him as payment for his services.
Thanks, man. Anyway, I've seen My Story Animated come up from its humble beginnings as the second in command to Actually Happened, which is now gone and erased from the internet, and no one knows what happened to it. And My Story Animated has taken its place in the power vacuum, and now it has 10 million subscribers and almost 800 videos. Since this is a gold video and you're my premium viewers, we can talk about any random detail that I want to about this channel, right? Let's start with the fact that it used to be called My Story Animated, and now it's called MSA, previously My Story Animated. I think that their goal was to make the name of the channel shorter, but now they've added words to it. Because if ever there's going to be a time when somebody's like, you check out that new video from MSA. It sounds like a government organization. Be careful of what you're searching on the internet, or else the MSA will find out and they'll get you and they'll turn you into an animated story against your will. It's happened to me. There's a real risk there. Maybe they're taking like the KFC approach, where KFC used to be known as Kentucky Fried Chicken. And then for some reason, they just changed their name to the acronym KFC. But we know what it stands for because we've had it for like, I don't know, 100 years, 200 years. How old is KFC? Okay, so we've had it for like 70 years. That's still a lot of years. It's longer than we've had My Story Animated. Talk to me in 2095, My Story Animated, before you want to rebrand to a 3-letter acronym. The difference between an acronym and an initialism. I believe an acronym has to be pronounceable and an initialism is not. This isn't important, but that's a little peek behind the curtain of what I cut out of these videos usually. And that's on ADHD love. Back in the old days, My Story Animated had a pretty basic art style. I even parodied one of their videos because it was made using like a super basic After Effects like animation kit. Maybe they took that to heart because now their videos are all like weird. They're like anime style. Oh, this is so odd. And I guess they figured out pink and purple as their color palette because that's all that's going on here. Maybe a little blue. But what hasn't changed, I don't know. I haven't watched the video yet. So we'll find out if the videos are still like before. Okay, so these videos pop off now. These are getting millions and millions of views in like a couple of days. My height turned me into a billionaire. 7 hours ago, 1 million views. But before we watch that video, we have a word from today's sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that makes it easy to discover new perfumes and colognes and have them delivered right to your door. When I was young, I didn't know the first thing about cologne or the second thing because I didn't use it. But now I'm older, I'm wiser, and I smell good. After a short quiz, Scentbird learns your fragrance preferences and suggests perfumes and colognes that are right for you. Like for me, we're rocking Luna Rossa by Prada, which is a cologne that I started using when I first worked with Scentbird almost 3 years ago. And they haven't let me down since. It has a soft yet peppery scent with some orange, some lavender, some sage in there. It's good. I like it. I get lots of real world compliments, and this is true, and I'm not even joking. I get lots of compliments about it. Also, we've got Signature by English Laundry and Mercedes-Benz, man, because I'm a car, but a nice one. I really have been using Scentbird for the past 3 years, so take it from me. They know what I like. Scentbird will send you a new designer fragrance each month for just $16, and you get to choose exactly what you receive, so there's no surprises, and they have tons of options in perfume, cologne, and other fragrance options as well. With each scent, you'll get a 30-day supply, so you have ample time to try it before you commit to a full-size bottle, which can be pretty expensive, like over $150, you know? And the small bottles are also the perfect travel size. Scentbird carries fragrances from major brands like Prada, Gucci, and Versace, as well as niche brands like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. So there's plenty of options to choose from. Head on over to Scentbird using my link in the description and promo code JJGOLD for 55% off of your first month of subscription. Available in US and Canada. Thanks again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video.
Hi, I'm Janelle. I live in Pennsylvania with my single dad and older brother. Please like and subscribe.
Oh damn, they really got me there. I thought that was the beginning of the story. That's the name of her dad and brother, and she's introducing them. Please like and subscribe.
Dad was kind of confused by how we were with each other.
Kids, you know you guys can fight every once in a while like a normal brother and sister, right?
But Mason and I were inseparable.
Did their dad have a slight, like, New York accent?
Kids, you know you can fight every once in a while like a normal brother and sister, right? Yeah, I'm walking here.
There was just one problem. Dad totally favored me over Mason. He went to all of my school plays and sports games in elementary school and was the loudest cheerleader in the crowd.
Watch out, everybody. That's my girl there.
That's the loudest cheerleading.
Hey, everybody. That's my girl.
Everyone's like, holy shit, this guy's loud.
Dad was always picking on my brother. Apparently, every little thing Mason did was wrong.
Don't put syrup on your eggs.
Okay, that was ketchup, Dad. We could have a discussion about ketchup on eggs, but don't call it syrup, okay?
Mason was really skinny and small. People often thought I was...
Dude, look at this Chad. Is this the gym teacher? Holy fuck. I would be so intimidated to do anything athletic around this hoss of a man.
I had a huge growth spurt, and suddenly I was taller.
It's like a Pokemon evolution.
Have you ever bumped your head on the ceiling?
What? That's not even possible. I can barely see past her chin.
So it seems like this is a bit of a tall girl story. A tall tale girl, if you will. There's this girl, she has a brother. The dad favors her over her brother. Her brother's also small. She had a big growth spurt, and people treated her weird about it, but her brother was cool about it, I guess.
Always came to my rescue when kids were annoying me.
Who cares if Janelle's tall? She looks older and prettier than all of you.
Is that a compliment? Hey guys, who cares if my sister's a genetic freak? She also looks old, so lay off.
Dad seemed to love me even more now because I was so tall.
Tall people can get anything they want. She could be a supermodel or a basketball player. Endless possibilities.
Tall people can do anything in the world they want. For one, you could be a basketball player. For two, supermodel. Anything at all, name it. As long as it's one of those two things, you can do it.
A girl made a comment that made Mason snap in half. Her name was Alyssa, and she was new in my class. Janelle, are you this kid's babysitter? How come he's always with you at school?
Janelle isn't my babysitter. She's my sister.
Also, the joke doesn't work because you don't have a babysitter at school. You wouldn't take the kid you're babysitting to school with you, nor would you have a babysitter with you when you're at school. You're already supervised, okay?
Mason stormed off, his eyes on fire. I hated being called Mason's babysitter too, but why did he care so much?
The art style seems very, like, anime-y. It's definitely a lot more involved than it used to be. The animation was truly bad before, and there's more levels, there's more layers going on, which is interesting. The style is kind of odd because they will cut from like a regularly sized person to like a chibi version of them. Like, what's going on here? Now she's uwu, now she's tiny and chibi.
I noticed Mason scribbling away in a notebook after dinner, not looking up once while we watched TV together. Mason, what are you writing?
Nothing. Don't look.
But I couldn't stop wondering what Mason was hiding from me. So after he was asleep...
Ugh. Is Mason gonna drown in his fucking own slobber? Jesus.
I crept into his room and reached for his notebook, and I couldn't believe my eyes. Mason had written tons of love poems for Alyssa.
Oh, Alyssa was negging him. She knows a thing or two about the game.
I had to convince him to show them to her. Alyssa needed
Is she drooling? Oh, okay. All right. I didn't need to see that.
to know how sweet my brother was. But the next day, I found him in a corner of the playground, wrestling a bunch of guys while some kids cheered from the sides. Mason, what are you doing?
We're having a wrestling match.
Suddenly, I spotted Alyssa among the crowd. Was this how Mason was trying to impress?
Okay, so like fights happened all the time at my high school. Wrestling fights did not. What is this? What is this? I feel like you either play the sport of wrestling. There's no way. I mean, okay, I'm lying. If there was a group of 4 guys who regularly tussled in the middle of the schoolyard, we would watch. People would watch. So I guess that's what's going on here.
And he was just getting his butt beaten.
Hey, Mason, how about you wrestle your sister?
Yeah, come on, Mason. Let's wrestle.
What?
Didn't look too happy about it, but I planned to make him win. 10 seconds into the match, he suddenly tripped over my shoe. He fell face first onto the ground, and it looked like
and he died. and that was the end of Mason. He burst into a pile of coins, and he was never to be heard from again.
What's wrong with you? How could you humiliate me like that?
I was gonna let you win, but you tripped.
She's got you there, Mason. She's really owned you in the marketplace of ideas.
Mason walked away angrily to pick up his backpack, but I got to it first and pulled out his
Holy shit, she's fast. She's like, fortunately, my training with Master Piccolo has paid off, and I was able to instantly transmit myself to the backpack.
What do you think you're doing? Give that back.
Okay, so for all you DBZ heads who just heard me say that Piccolo taught me how to do instant transmission, I do know that Goku learned it on Yard Rat. All right.
Just trying to impress Alyssa back there. If you really want to do that, do it with this.
It's a death note. any name you write in the notebook will kill the person. It's the perfect way to destroy your bullies.
Suddenly, someone snatched the notebook from my hand.
Her eyes are so deep, I find myself drowning.
Mason snatched the notebook from him, and he gave me a look of hatred as he fought back angry tears and ran away. He forgave me eventually. We didn't talk or hang out much anymore. Instead, I became best friends with Alyssa.
Kind of fucked up.
She never mentioned the playground incident. She even took me to her gymnastics practice.
Hey, you. Are you also a gymnastics student?
Me?
No. You have the perfect build for it.
Is that true? Average elite female gymnast has shrunk from about 5'3" on average to about 4'9". That's pretty close to 6 feet. So yeah, she's got the perfect build.
I have some extra costumes if you want to try out.
Please, Janelle?
Costume? Like uniforms, right? It's not Halloween. She comes out as the Joker.
And it turned out I was really flexible.
Somewhere Dad is remembering that there's a third thing that tall people can do, and it's gymnastics, apparently.
I joined Alyssa's team. And of course, Dad was now obsessed with my newfound talent.
Okay, so Janelle becomes a gymnast because she's tall, she can do anything, and her dad turns into like turns into a stage mom.
We're gonna go straight to the top, honey. You and me, Janelle and Dad.
Meanwhile, Mason, the brother, pursues a career in creative writing and even gets into a college program for it, but Dad is not supportive.
I'm not paying for any hippie writing school, but this is my dream, Dad. To be useless is your dream? Look at Janelle. She's just entering into a competition with Alyssa, and it has a prize of $50,000.
Look at your sister. She just entered a competition where there's a small, insignificant chance that she wins $50,000. And you want to talk to me about a job where they're guaranteed to pay you money? Fuck out of here.
You have to help him out, Dad.
He's got to figure it out for himself. I couldn't care less.
If I win this competition, I can pay for your school.
Whatever, Janelle. It doesn't matter. I don't matter. Dad has always made that very clear.
You matter to me.
This whole story is about a tall girl whose dad is very supportive of her because she's tall, and a small brother who gets no support due to his lack of tallness.
Dad decided at some point he was going to coach me as well as manage me.
Dad wants to coach her despite not knowing anything about the sport. This is some typical dad shit. I'll be honest. This part seems pretty accurate.
Crazy.
4 a.m. tomorrow, ladies.
Oh, does dad have a job? Is dad's, like, what's his whole deal? It seemed like he had a whole life going, and then he was like, nope, now I actually coach high school gymnastics, having no background in said profession. I couldn't even list it in a list of potential things you could do with height.
5 runs 10 laps around the gym.
Please do something.
Please help us. His Sigma grind set is too hard. Okay, so the big competition happens. Alyssa injures herself, and they lose a bunch of points in the competition. But luckily for Janelle, she's so good at gymnastics that she not only got all those points back, but they end up winning the competition. Janelle gets all the money that she needs for Mason's school, and her dad didn't let her see Alyssa, so now she runs to the hospital, and she has a funny little run.
And I ran off to visit her at the hospital.
Like, what is that? Like, what is this run?
But when I arrived, Alyssa was already there with another visitor, my brother.
You won? You didn't come to visit your best friend because you wanted to win?
Yeah, it is a team sport, and people get injured in it all the time. So it seems like, yeah, the normal thing to do is to finish the competition. We've seen that play out in every time there's been an injury in sports. No time has there been an injury in sports, and then everybody goes, hold on, everybody. They might have sprained their arm. The whole team needs to go visit them at the hospital. We'll have to take this L. Sorry. We all remember that famous NBA Finals game with LeBron where he sprained his ankle and then the whole team left the game so that they could check on LeBron and make sure his ankle was doing okay. And they lost, but at least they were there as a team for LeBron's toe.
Pushed me so hard because all you two care about is winning at any cost. You're the reason I got hurt.
Valid criticism alert. Alyssa was like, the doctor said this happened due to exhaustion, and your dad has been pushing us too hard. And that's why I'm mad at you, Janelle, because it's your fault. We are minors, and I'm mad at you because of your dad's ways. This is Jarvis from the future. I finished the video, and nothing happened. Janelle went to pay for Mason's college. He went off to do college while Janelle did gymnastics competitions, except for just kidding. Their dad got sick and Mason was secretly taking care of their dad. And then the dad apologizes to Mason for treating him the way that he did. And then the video ends. Now, one thing that I was wondering is, how does Janelle become a billionaire? Because that's what was in the title of the video. At no point is there $1 billion at all. There's $50,000, which Janelle wins in the gymnastics competition, which is similar to $1 billion in that they are both sums of money. So I can see how they got confused. These videos remind me that you can just lie on YouTube. People talk about how clickbait is dead. It's not. I feel like if they made a video called, I caught a big tuna fish and then I killed God, you would click on that video and then they would spend like 15 minutes talking about, I don't know, being bullied for being too tall, and you would forget what the video was originally about because it's kids who watch these videos, and you can just lie to them on this platform and there are no consequences for that. Then you make $1 million. It's a tale as old as time. Lie to kids, get rich. I realize now that the reason that I stopped watching these videos, and I've tried coming back to them at various points. I think I even tried to watch some of these on stream. They're just so boring and so little actually happens in them that it's just, I don't even know what to do. You know, this is a reminder, but every now and again, you have to check in. You got to check in and see what's what. I'm going to do some poking and I'll let you know if I find anything. Update, no, I didn't. I just feel the need to go into the extent of the clickbait because I don't want to watch any more of these videos because they're very boring. But the video that I clicked on was called My Height Turned Me Into a Billionaire. That didn't happen. I am too tall. That's subjective. Okay, whatever. The thumbnail is a tall girl in a police chase where she's so tall that I guess they had to cut a hole in the roof of the car so that she would be able to be able to be in the car. At that point, just get a bigger car. The cop isn't even driving the car. One hand has got a gun, has got a gun in it. The other hand's got a megaphone, as if he could possibly be communicating anything that wasn't obvious. He's also on the wrong side of the car, to be driving with. So maybe he's driving with his feet. He could be driving with his feet. This is pretty exciting. I want to see what happens in this video. This thumbnail does not tell me about a gymnastics prodigy and her brother who does a little creative writing. You know what I mean? Not that like you have to tell the truth in your YouTube thumbnails. I just think it's so absurdly far away from what the actual video is that it just points to the fact that this just doesn't matter and clickbait is real, and this is extreme clickbait. And I do think a kid clicks this and just forgets what they were clicking to watch. I don't see any of the comments like talking about this. Let's all appreciate how they post nearly every day. I'm addicted to these videos. Okay, let's all take a moment to appreciate MSA. I mean, 1 video in 2 days, huge respect. Animations are really hard to create. Even if you gave me 10,000 years, I'll never learn. Who are these people? And can they write comments this nice on my YouTube videos? Wow, Jarvis, 1 video in 4 weeks? Oh, if you gave me 10,000 years, I don't even know if I could do something like that. Can we just appreciate Jarvis for the video that he put out? Even though it was about something that was kind of boring? He made it a little fun. Honestly, I just want to say props to Jarvis for that. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. It's amazing. This is my jealousy arc. I used to make fun of these channels for how messed up they were. And now I'm just jealous of what they've built. Quote unquote, let's appreciate how much effort they put into it. Is this like a meme? Why is everybody saying this? Is the joke to be really nice in the comments? Because that's a joke I would like to start. Hey guys, wouldn't it be funny if just as a bit we were all like extremely nice to Jarvis in the comments? Like just for a laugh, it would be nice if we just like made him feel really good and then never addressed it. And then for the rest of our and his lives, keep the secret. Can we just appreciate she posts every day and makes us happy when we are down? P.S. Love your vids. P.S. You didn't need to P.S. We already knew that from the first part of the message. Hey, love your videos. P.S. Big fan of your videos. What is happening here? Let's all appreciate. Let's all appreciate. Let's appreciate. Let's take a moment to appreciate. Let's all appreciate. Huh? Is this... Are these bots? Please tell me these are bots. Please tell me these are misinformation agents that are meant to poison the well of the YouTube comments as a psyop to convince the children of America that they should appreciate MSA for how much work they're putting into their videos. Because animation's kind of hard to make. I love how MSA never disappoints us. What are you talking about? I'm disappointed. I expected a car chase. I expected a megaphone. I maybe even expected a gun. I wouldn't have complained. It would have been one of the things that isn't lying about this. There's not a police car. I don't think I saw a single car in that video. This could be for a completely different video for all I know. This should be for a video called I'm on the run and a police officer uses his feet to drive. And I'm very tall as well. That's the video title of the video that this is representing. Not like I'm a tall girl and I have a good relationship with my brother. And also our dad sucks, but then he's sick and he does the thing where he like becomes a better person right before he dies. You know? Your videos are so inspiring, MSA. You're making the world a better place with your lessons. Here's another thing. The people who run My Story Animated is a company called Zvd, which I talked about in the very first video I made about them. But Zvd is also a channel that now makes those like supernatural Darman ripoff stories. And even those have more substance than this. I have never in my life seen a more universally positive comment section for a YouTube video. This can't be real. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe. I just refuse. Let me sort by new. Yesterday, MSA uploaded a video and I only watched halfway because I had things to do. When I came back, it said it was reported and removed by YouTube. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I haven't even finished the ending, which is the best part of the vid. What video was that? Why did you delete some of your videos? Interesting. Tall people can get anything they want. I'm tall super. If I'm tall, then I can rob a bank. Why does she run so bad? Even the negative comments aren't pointing out that she isn't a billionaire. I think it's because it's kids who don't know what numbers are. They just don't understand the scale of numbers. And so they just think billionaire is like a lot of money. And they're like, you could be a billionaire. Sure, anybody can. Oh my God, finally the title and thumbnail is real. Hug, 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 hug. Heart, 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 heart. But it's not, though, is the thing. How do you do it, MSA? You make the best anime videos. Okay, Dipper, I've got to take him out. You hear him? He's gotta go potty. That's enough of me ranting about the comments. I just needed to get that in before I bid you adieu. Stay gold, everybody. Dipper, I'm coming. All right, bye.